So hey guys, today I was chilling on TeamSpeak and a friend of mine came in a channel called Hammer and he linked me this amazing post made by Axio1212 about possible items that could come in Miscreated because they are in the game files already and the guy found them and asked the guy permission if I could use it to make a video about it, and he said yes, so here I am. So I'm going to show you guys a lot of new things that could come in the game. I'm not 100% sure, they might be working on it, testing it and seeing if they actually want it in the game, but let's go boys. And dude, when I saw this article I got so excited because there's things in there that I really want. Also, sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. It's like 10:30 and it's a school day. So the first thing that could possibly come in the game are weapons that he found out, and it's quite nice. I'm quite excited for some of them. Some of them already got covered by other YouTubers a long time ago, so I'm not trying to fake them, but there's some new stuff in there as well. So the first thing, a craftable shotgun. I think it will be quite cool because you find loads of shotgun ammo around and everybody likes shotguns, right? I mean, except if you get shot in the face with it. Also gonna show a picture of everything while I'm talking about it, so you guys know. So the second weapon I want to talk about is a craftable bow and arrows. And I think it would be quite cool if you can make it very easy. I hope you can make it easy because then you can just craft it and maybe get a lucky headshot on a fully gear guy and get some free shit. So the third thing they might add is a sawed-off shotgun. I'm quite hyped for that and I hope it will be a secondary slot because it's a small shotgun basically, so it might be a secondary shot and you could be pretty badass with that thing. Also as weapons, he's a propane torch, so I don't know what you can do with that. Maybe smelt some metal or something. I'm not sure what you can do with it, but you maybe be able to light up people with it, like with a torch. Then we're gonna go over to weapon attachments, and oh my god, I freaked out when I saw some of those. So the first attachment I want to talk about that is in the files is the reflex sight. The reflex sight is just a scope on your gun basically that you can probably put on the DDK, AT, Mod 16 and maybe on the AK, and I think it will be quite cool for people that are new to the game and have to, you know, not used to aiming through a little iron scope. The second thing that I'm so hyped for, I'm actually the most hyped for, is a hunting scope. Probably asking why I'm so hyped for it. I think you can add it on a Sacco and a Carlington. I think the Sacco is like confirmed because Casual, if you know the Casual Kill, he made a video about weapons that could come in the game and he found out that the Sacco actually had a scope on the 3D model. So the third attachment, we already have it in game, a flashlight attachment, but it looks different than the one that we have in game right now. And the fourth thing is an optic scope. An optic scope is basically a scope that has medium range. You have a lot of those in DayZ if you ever played DayZ, but it's just a scope that is made for medium range. You can put it on AKs. I don't know if you can put it on ATs, but AKs I think 100% sure, to be honest. Craftable tools. So probably a lot of you already know about craftable tools because one of the 3D artists actually showed it off a little bit on Twitter like ages ago. But the thing I didn't see him show off yet is a craftable hammer. I don't know what you can do with it. Maybe it's a hammer like in Rust that you can upgrade your wooden base with it, but I don't think so. So some other stuff they added and it's not really like one section, so I'm just going to talk about it. So the first thing you found in the files was a wooden bat, and I don't know what you can do with it because I don't know, can you spawn in it like in Rust, or is it just for show? Because if you can spawn in it, I find it pretty weird because I don't feel like this is a game that you can just spawn somewhere, grab a weapon out your base and leave again and go PvP again. So I hope this doesn't get a spawn point, but maybe some people will be excited about it. I won't. Yeah, everybody's choice. Then again, I never had a base in Miscreated. So another set of knuckles with nails, but I think we already have one in Miscreated. But the question is, this one looks so much different, so what is this? If you guys know it, hit me up with it in the comments. And now the crazy thing is matches. I don't know why we need matches because at the moment we really don't have a lot that we can put on, but maybe campfires will be needed to set on with matches from now on, or maybe you can spill some oil on the ground and just like put it on, but I don't think that will happen, but it could be a possibility. So the next thing you found out were purification tablets for water. So what could this mean? Maybe some rivers or oceans are not drinkable and we actually have to put one of those pills in there so it cleans it up like in DayZ. So now to some weird stuff. They want to add a jerry can for gas and a jerry can for water. But about that water thing, I'm going to talk about that in a minute when we get to another item because I think it's something to work together. So here are some more strange items that you basically found out about. The first thing we see is aspirins, and I think this will be the first medical thing in Miscreated if it comes out. I'm just saying if. I remember playing a bunch of games that I use aspirins and they heal me up, so maybe this will be the first healing tool in Miscreated, but I'm not sure about it. Like I said, it's just in the files. That doesn't mean they 100% gonna add it. At the bottom you see dye rat. Well, I'll show the picture right now, and this will maybe be something that we can color our base up with. or clothing, I don't know. So here's some new clothing that might be added to the game, but it's only a puff jacket in a lot of different shapes and colors. So about this, I don't know what to say about it too much, so I'm just gonna give my opinion. So the first item, I honestly don't know what that is. The second one is just tables to sit on, and you could maybe like put some in your base, just have a nice time with your friends. So the third item is a water saving bottle or something. I don't know how to say it in English, to be honest, but I think you can put this in your base and then get the cherry water can and fill that up, and then put that in there so you have some water at your base. So the fourth item I want to talk about is the lantern that you can see on the picture right now. I think it will be quite nice to put in your base and get some light, and you don't have to make any electricity to use it, so that's quite nice. And then as last, you have a beautiful chair that you can probably put outside on a mountain and just look up in the sky and be happy and enjoy the game's beautiful graphics. So this is all the information I got. These are possible items. I'm not 100% sure about this. It's just in a file, and Axio1212 basically found them out, and a big shout out to Axio121 find this out. I really appreciate it. Big shout out to Hammer for linking me this. Link will be in the description if you want to read it yourself. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit weird. It's really late at night and I'm trying to put this video out there so you guys can see it. Plus, I don't have a lot of time tomorrow, so I wanted to make it tonight when I actually still had time, so I rushed it a little bit. But the important thing is that you guys get the information, and I think that is the most important thing, like I just said. But I hope you guys have a great time, and subscribe and leave a like, leave a comment what you think about possible items. Like I said, possible. I might have repeated that 7 times. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. See you later.